Welcome to another offline video. On the left, I'm playing Genie, a highly flexible range fighter with tons of draws and discards. On the right, Ezir is playing Miss Marvel, a mobile aggro fighter who hits hard and plays with zoning and space. Miss Marvel uses her ability called Stretchy to move in. This allows her to maneuver into attacking range of me and attacks with a shrink into a feint. Technically, shrink is mostly a bait attack since we do share a zone here. She does draw out a feint at least, which is good for her, and if I didn't feint, she could jump back through the portal. With Miss Marvel already being here, I decided to push the tempo. I discard a card to gain an action, then use one of my 3 wishes to draw 5 cards. I attack with I am freed into easy peasy. Miss Marvel draws 1, and I go next to her to deal 1 damage. I think this stops after combat movement attempts by Miss Marvel, but Elastic Slingshot would still mean we share a zone. I attack again with wishing for more wishes into another easy peasy. Miss Marvel deals me 1 damage, and is somehow keeping up with my aggression with her own card draw. Effectively, I draw 3, but she also draws 2. Finally, I attack with I grant you that into a feint. No damage, which is pretty good for Miss Marvel honestly. Now, a different player would back out and abuse the portals to play fatigue after I've drawn 8 cards with wishes. But not Ezir, who smells blood in the water. One of us is dying soon, he says, as he jumps, maneuvers, then attacks with a 5-value fangirl into Prisoner's Torment. I take 4 and draw 4, so I've drawn 12 cards now, which is insane. You can actually see me in the video there just drawing cards non-stop. Aggro Genie is usually not my favorite playstyle, but it can be pretty fun sometimes. I choose to gain an action with my surplus of cards. After drawing this much cards, the game pretty much plays itself for me. I play an attack, but it doesn't really matter what it is. I then attack with an I am freed into a slingshot, basically ensuring that the combo turn continues. If I hadn't attacked with I am freed or feint, the combo would have stopped. I use the 3 wishes to make Miss Marvel discard 2 cards. Then, another 3 wishes to make her discard the remaining 2 cards. With no cards in her hand and basically half my deck in mine, I attack with an undefended Careful What You Wish For, dealing 4 damage, and basically a 5-value Imprisoned Rat. So Miss Marvel is down to 3 after 1 turn, so things are looking pretty rough. She backs off into the corner portal asking for a pause. Technically, she could jump to the top left portal instead to force a boost, but I would have gladly boosted anyway. I gain an action, maneuver, then attack with the wishing for more wishes into a feint. No draw for both of us, but at least deal 1 damage to Miss Marvel. Then, I attack with an I grant you that into a slingshot. Now, this is where the age of this match shows. Previously, placement rules said that Miss Marvel had to be placed somewhere empty, meaning she had to move. In this specific case, she literally has to move next to me and get pinged. Nowadays, however, she can just be placed in the same space. So as I try to convince Ezir that's how the rules work, he reluctantly moves the mini. We both take a little breather and draw up some cards. This match is literally one of the earliest games I recorded for this channel, and was supposed to be uploaded a long time ago. It's already been edited and just sitting on my PC for a while, waiting for a script and voiceover that never came. Me and Ezir just recorded a bunch of games when he played here, a few also sitting in a similar state, but this one got edited first because it was the shortest match. In any case, I just click forward and attack with a feint into an Embiggen. Then, I just keep going with an I've made Sultans out of less into another Embiggen. I choose to discard the shrink, another defense for Miss Marvel to use even if it's just a 2-value versatile. Miss Marvel retaliates with an I'm not touching you into a Prisoner's Torment. I don't care about drawing more of my deck, the goal now is to win before that matters. Miss Marvel backs off, but I give chase. I believe I have guaranteed detail here with Careful What You Wish For, since Miss Marvel doesn't block for more than 3, ignoring Embiggen and Momentous Shifts. So there it is, I deal 1 damage through a defensive Momentous Shift. This game is less serious than most others I upload, but it's just a fun game from a long time ago. I also have a new mic now, and I wanted to edit an offline video using it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, try clicking the other ones here on screen. Like and subscribe, and see you next time.